My name is Nasser Rabbat, and I am a professor of history of architecture at MIT in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I'm the director of the Aga Khan program for Islamic architecture at MIT. And I'm also Syrian of origin, and I'm concerned about what's going on in Syria and what is being planned for the future of Syria. Everyone is speaking at this point in time about what to do, how architecture can help in the rebuilding efforts in Syria once the war stops. I am not that optimistic about when and how the war is going to stop, but let's assume theoretically that the war stopped at a certain future date. What needs to be done in Syria? A country that, in all estimates so far, had lost more than 25% of its housing stocks, which means that more than 25% of the population, and by the time the war is over, the population is going to be around 24 million people, are going to have no homes to live in. That's a huge architectural job. That actually takes us back to the kind of effort that Europe has gone into after the World War, the First and the Second World War, and in the case of the First World War, that resulted in the rise of modernism as we understand it in architecture. Is there a possibility of the rise of a new approach to how architecture can engage socially, urbanistically, environmentally, that Syria would be the laboratory for in the future? That is actually a hope, because otherwise what we are seeing now is construction companies that are looking for big deals that are going to be sponsored through loans, international loans most probably, and they are going to come with the same old solutions of producing architecture that is unlivable, that is inhumane. So perhaps we can hope for a future in which architects are going to come together in order to take the opportunity of the tragedy that has become Syria to rethink how architecture can engage issues of housing, issues of public space, issues of parks, recreation, open green spaces, issues of institutions, of services available to the people, how we can plan them, how the cities of the future, given the fact that at least 4 or 5 of the major cities in Syria have lost huge areas that can be and should be replanned and replanted more humanely in the future.